Monetization helps everyone. Okay. 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 Oh. Hey y'all. We getting started. About to get started. This is gonna be a good one today. Make sure you on. I didn't get a chance to do a testing. What's going on, Diamond Squad? Squad up. This your girl, Miss Trey, that Gem, and you are listening to the Diamond Kutt. You have caught me on a good, I say a good night. Why? Because it's what? 420. Put it on repeat. It's 420. It's 420. Now, of course, because I'm hanging with you all and I just got off, we not indulging. No, just kidding. But anyway, before we get into anything, you already know my saying. If you are tuning in to me at night, you better get you a cocktail, honey. Tonight's wine of choice is from Italy, Stella Mia. It is called Moscato Berry. I have not yet tried it. Of course, y'all know this is my first time trying it. And I bought this with my hard-earned coins myself. So we're going to try it together. And yes, so just in case we like it, y'all can go pick that up. Okay? And y'all know because I spend my own money, we don't keep it on camera the whole time. Already started my glass right here. Didn't sip yet. I'm going to try it for the first time right here. Let's see what we got. Okay then. Yeah. Moscato berry. Okay, Moscato berry. Mmm. If you are just tuning in, the Diamond Kutt basically is here every Thursday at 8 p.m. If you won't catch me live or catch me on Thursday, here you can catch me on Facebook. I may be doing an event or something, and I make sure to go live or I share where I'm doing, where I'm at, and what it's all about, okay? Also, if you have not gotten a chance to go on and get that living the diamond life or empowering the diamond within, you gonna move that on out the way so y'all can see them books right there, honey. Empowering the Diamond Within is available on Barnes& and Noble. All you have to do is type in Empowering the Diamond Within or Miss Trey That Gem, and it'll pop up in Google search. And you can go ahead and order it off Barnes& and Noble. It's available on Amazon. The Living the Diamond Life is available on Amazon and my website, www.mstra-thatgem.com. And if you order from off the website, you can, by all means, darling, you can for sure. Oh, and the website is going under some construction. We're changing the format and everything, so maybe the pages are not working. I've been hearing that. No worries. We're going to be working on that tonight to make sure it's working for you. Can't really see you really good, but this here is a no makeup day, and I just want to have my glasses on because they was cute. And the screen is so dark, I probably should lighten this up so you guys can see me. But anyway, moving on. So tonight, y'all know how I do it. I always get Love 'em or Kutt Ems, and whatever the Love or Kutt Em is about, we normally go into that topic of choice. So tonight we're going to be talking about financial wellness because we got a Love 'em or Kutt Em. Brother man, one of our diamond status gents, need a little help with his wife when it comes to her overspending. But y'all know I'm going to read it for you, baby, because it's hilarious. So, we're going to talk about financial wellness tonight. I have a few notes, so you're going to see me looking down a lot if you're watching. But if you're listening, you know what it is. Now, let me just give a little background. I have been in the financial industry now for over 6 years. I've been teaching financial literacy now 5 years. I've been doing that with inner city youth as well as teaching it to the black and brown communities. And one thing I noticed when I talk about financial wellness or dive into financial wellness, I always realize that it's a mindset thing. And it could have been how we grew up. It could have been how whatever culture we were a part of, we were penny pinching, whatever the case was, or we had parents that overspent because when they did finally get something, instead of investing into you or themselves, they were like, listen, I'm gonna enjoy this little coin while I have it. So a lot of us get anxiety when it comes to our finances. So tonight I'm going to be giving you some tips on your finances as well as trying to break the barrier of anxiety. I always try to lay a solid foundation when I'm teaching on finances because let's just be clear. It's like talking about religion. Some folks don't like you talking about their money. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. So tonight we're going to break those barriers and we're really going to get into it and dive into it. Okay? So let's get into it. First things first, when you hear financial wellness, normally this is what we in the financial industry is talking about. Effectively managing your economic life, well-being, basically defined as having financial security and financial freedom of choice in present and in the future. So when I say let's have a financial wellness conversation, that's what normally I'm talking about, okay? Now I like to crack a few jokes and I like to make it light because again, this is your money we're talking about, okay? So if you have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comment section, or if you want me to hear your voice and how you feel about a certain thing, make sure to do me a favor and go to call 708-824-8348 and leave your voicemail and you can be present on the next show. Hi, Johnny. So let's get started. Now, one thing I want to talk about is 7 ways, maybe 7 to 10 ways you can improve on your financial wellness, okay? A lot of you have to understand one thing. When you're dealing with your money, you have to be at a place where you are committed. Do you hear me? Committed to your budget. I mean, so freaking committed to your budget where you're willing to tell a person no if it's going to overextend you or take you out of what it is you normally are used to when it comes to your money, okay? So, for me, I am committed to a budget. My budget is the 50. My budget is the 50-30-20 rule, okay? In that 50-30-20 rule, I basically 50% is your needs, your essentials, like, you know, your insurance, your medical, your car, your lights, gas, water, things like that. That's 50% of your income. 30% is like your entertainment, those things that you know you enjoy doing, traveling, you know, going out on dates, wining and dining yourself or others. And then 20% is your savings. Now, I say 10% off the top to pay yourself. You should always be okay with paying you. If you're not okay with paying you, then how the hell do you think anybody else gonna pay you, baby? You got to pay you first, okay? So normally that 10% that you're paying yourself first should go into an account. And in that account, be clear about what you're labeling your your particular, hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. Wait, what? Okay, sorry about that. Um, Now we were talking finance. Okay, 50-30-20 rule. Now keep in mind with that 20, be clear about your intentions with your 20, okay? When you are giving yourself 10% off the top, that should be put into a high yield savings account, okay? And we're gonna go into what those are, how to search for those, things like that. And then the other 10% should be in liquid cash. That's your emergency fund. That's if anything break down, anything happen, you don't have to borrow money from anybody. You can go right into your emergency stash and take care of what you need to take care of, okay? So you should be above all committed to your budget that way, okay? Next, you should have within that account that's you paying yourself 3 to 6 months of living expenses, living essential expenses. What does that mean? That means that you should be able to basically not only take care of self, but you should be able to, if anything happens where you lose your job, a big loss of income, whatever the case may be, you should be able to, for 3 to 6 months, be able to stay afloat. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's that 3 to 6 months of your living essential expenses. And when saving money, you should also be consistent, committed to paying yourself first. That is a must. If you are not consistent, how do you think you're gonna get anything or grow? Okay? Next, you have children. You should be saving now for their education with a 529 plan. Again, if you're not familiar with a 529 plan, you can go to your financial institution and speak with your financial advisor that can help you set up the proper plan for your money, okay? Next. Now keep in mind, this keeps a strain off of you and keeps you from collecting debt or your child collecting debt. Because keep in mind, when they get out of school, they should not have to worry about a bunch of student loans unless they're going to school for like being a doctor, a lawyer, because these type of careers are long-term commitment and accumulation of debt. And if they do it right, they can literally have where, let's just be honest, where they're bringing in enough income to sustain that, what is we like to call in the financial industry, good debt. Okay, and some of you may not be familiar with that term, but we can go further into that if you like. You know what to do. Let me know. Okay, feedback is a must. Next, pay off debts in small bits. Listen, if you do not have the money, the time, the energy to be able to sustain your lifestyle and you're overextending yourself. Stop that. Please stop that. If you know you have debts that are outstanding, do not have anxiety. Open that mail, answer the calls, because you can set up small payment plans that can help you get the creditors off your back. Remember, treat your money like it's a business. Always in the black, never in the red. So you should be negotiating. That's right, I said it. Sit your ass at the table and negotiate. Begin to talk to them. Let them know what time it is, what you're going through. Listen, I can't give you this, but I can commit to $50 or I can commit to $25 a week. Whatever you can commit to, begin to pay your debts down, okay? In small increments, of course, okay? Also, another thing, track the due dates of your bills. If you know you have bills that are due at the beginning of the month, the last paycheck of your bi-weekly paycheck, if you're bi-weekly, their last paycheck of the month should be to cover those first through the fifth due bills. And then your first pay period of the month should be covering the, I say 15th through the 21st bills. Okay? What does this do? This not only give you a good track record, but this also sets you up for success because now you're paying your bills early. What I do is I have it here. I'm an analog type of girl. I like to write schedules down of when things are due. This keeps me on track. I set reminders in my phone far as when to check this or when to pay this. But most times I live by this little green book right here, okay? Basically, I'm going to show you a typical page in my book. So basically, as you can see, I'm a bi-weekly pay period. I have those bills that would normally be due at the end of the month. I'm paying with that first pay period, and then I go like that. I make sure I put my savings at the top of both of those because I pay myself first, and then that other 10% I put into emergency fund, okay? That's your liquid cash, but let's keep going, okay? Now, I use this system because not only does it help me, but it keeps me ahead of the game. A lot of y'all are not ahead of the game because you're not using a budget. You're not using a system that works. You just live paycheck to paycheck, and you're just accumulating debt after debt, and then you wondering why you're getting red and pink notices. You have to take control of your own finances. You have to run your own finances. You have to own your finances, okay? Next, set up alerts with your checking account. Most banks now have it where they have thresholds you can set. If your account falls under $100 threshold, or a $50 threshold, or a $25 threshold, okay? When this happens, your phone gets alerts every time you swipe your debit card, okay? This lets you know, hey, you have $100 in your account. You just spent $50. Now all you got is what? $50. You have fell below the threshold. When that happens, that does not mean keep spending and making banks richer. That means stop spending. Only use that card now for emergency purposes. That means if it's only $50 in there, you need to be putting 20 in your gas tank to get your so-and-so to work. And in the following time, 20 in the tank, and stay your butt kiss at home. Why? Because you don't have any coin to go anywhere. And if a person in your life can't understand that, then guess what? I tell this story all the time. I remember doing a financial literacy class, and I had people write their budget down. And I remember the person telling me that this was true before, like Sandy, who taught me how to, do the classes or whatever. And she said this before, but I did not believe her until it happened to me when a man was literally in the class talking about, no, I can't allot that from my entertainment budget because my woman. You hear me? You guys have to understand that no matter what, you are trying to set yourself up for success for your present and your future. Okay? So, when you set those alerts, make sure to set your threshold alerts. And it's beyond me when I talk to people when they come into where I work and they're saying, I have not checked my account. I have not looked at my account. I don't look at my account. I only look at statements when. Let me tell you something. The worst thing you can do is have money at a financial institution and not check your money. It's no excuses in the day and age of your money being at your fingertips, meaning apps are available for you to check your money on a regular. There is no reasons why you should not be checking your money on a regular. Okay? So with that being said, treat your money like it's a business, always in the black, never in the red. Okay? Also, don't over apply for credit and loans. If your credit is being ran, you should know if it's a soft or a hard hit. Okay? 9 times out of 10, if you are constantly applying for credit and getting denied, these turn into hard hits on you. Why? Because you may have an outstanding debt. You may have too many open items. You may have overextended your credit line, things like that. I use a hard rule, and my rule is this. I am very careful not to lower my credit score, and I do not apply for more credit than I have saved. Okay? So, hypothetically speaking, I have $17,000 in the bank. I am not going to be applying for a credit card that has $20,000 down, $20,000 credit limit. That is beyond me. Why would I do that? I only have $17,000 in the bank. I do not need to open up a credit line that's $20,000. That's ridiculous. And I'm talking about consumer credit when I say that. Because of course, if you have a mortgage or you have a car, it will be a little more than what you currently have. However, making sure you pay those things on time is what make you look credit worthy. Okay? Credit worthy. You want to look credit worthy. You want to always be paying within those first 30 days. Every time someone pulls your credit, it should be rankings of ones. And that means that you are paying on time. You have not overextended yourself. And you're making sure you pay your creditors. Okay? Also, with me using this rule, keep in mind, I'm making sure I keep my debt to income ratio intact. You should be keeping your debt to income ratio intact. If you have $20,000 credit line and you have maxed it out and all you got is $17,000 in the bank, what did you do? You spend $3,000 more than what it is you actually have in the bank. That's a big ass no. That's a big ass hell no. You should not be doing that, okay? Next, I tell everybody this that take my class. Once a year, you should be doing it more than that, but once a year, you should be checking your credit. You should know what your credit score is. You should know. You should know if people are doing hard or soft hits on you. You should know if someone has opened up a credit line on you, because you know in the world of identity theft, and I teach that too in financial literacy, In a world of identity theft, like the other night, I was getting Wendy's and I gave the guy my Amex card because I didn't have any other cash or money or cards with me. And I remember the gentleman saying to me, "You can pull up." And I told him, "No, no, 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 no. You gonna give me my card and then I'll pull up." Because in the world of identity theft, she, me, her, we don't play them games. I need to see that card go into that machine. I need to see my card come out that machine. With that being said, that's why you pull your credit, okay? Also, you should know what's on your credit and what's your score. You should know that. You have some people who walk aimlessly in life, not knowing where their money is going, not knowing where their money is at, not knowing how money is happening. Keep in mind, you should not know what's on your credit, and you should know your credit score. When you go, you should not be waiting for someone to run your credit to find out you are terrible and you don't have credit. That's ridiculous. That makes no kind of sense. Okay? Also, you should be getting paid to open a checking account. Wait, did Sharon say that? Yes, I did. A lot of financial institutions are offering $50 to $100 gift cards, $200 to $600 to open up a checking account with qualified deposits. With qualified deposits, you can get $200 to $600 to open up a checking account. And what I mean by qualified deposits, make sure you read the fine print to see what you have to do in order to qualify for these people's accounts. You understand what I'm saying? So if they say you need to have a direct deposit within 30 to 60 days or blah, 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 or 6 weeks, make sure you make that happen. Make sure you know, okay, I need to send a direct deposit over here. If you want a split deposit, most employers allow you to do split deposits. If you don't want all of your money to go to this particular account, you want some to go here and there, whatever you have to do, set yourself up so that not only that extra money you just got can be a trip for you or something like that, but now you have set yourself up for what? Success. Next, I want to talk to you about the 4 pillars of financial wellness. All right? They say it's spend, but you know we don't spend money over here at the Diamond Kutt. What we do, let me pull these so you can see. We circulate money, honey. Okay? So, circulate, save, borrow, and plan. Your focus should be to improve on the health of each one of these. Okay? Let's talk budgeting. I know I just cussed with some of y'all. Some of my Amazon shoppers stand up in the back. I'm talking to you. My Timu, I'm talking to you. If it's you I'm talking to, this is me telling you. It's okay to circulate your money, but have a budget. Create and stick to your budget. This lays a financial well-being plan for you. And saying no, it's a big hell no. If it's outside of your budget. If you got people that call you asking for money and it's off your budget, it's okay to tell them, no, I don't have it. I don't care what you have in your savings. Keep in mind, your savings account should not be touched to the point of borrowing money out. Because why? Because that is your safety net. That's how you are going to be able to survive if something happens. Because let's just be clear, if somebody's always calling you to borrow money, they most definitely are not going to be able to help you if all hell break loose in your life. Let me sip on that. They're not going to be able to help you, babe. So your worst thing you could ever do is keep borrowing outside of your budget. Now, when you set a budget, your allowance should be 10% or whatever you make from your gross, not your net. I'm going to say that again. Your allowance should be off your gross, not your net. So if you bring in every 2 weeks $2,500, that means your budget for the 2 weeks is $250. 125 for this week and 125 for the week, of course, that you finally get paid Thursday or Friday. Okay? You do this because you're setting yourself up for success. Now, you use your credit cards for whatever you use them for. If it's this or that or that or this, you just got to keep in mind when you're doing that. Hold on one second, everybody. When you're doing that, you have to set yourself up for. You have to set yourself up for success. When you set yourself up for success, you can't do nothing but win. So if it's anything outside your budget and you can't borrow it out, no is the key. Next. Excuse me. Debt. Managing long-term debt. If you have a house, you will be managing that long-term debt for 15 to 30 years. I'm going to say that again. For 15 to 30 years. So that means that no matter what, you know off the top, after you paying yourself, you have to pay that bill. So you should be setting that in your budget for the next 15 to 30 years. Also, if you have a car, that's also considered a long-term debt. That should be 3 to 5 years. And keep in mind, eliminating consumer debt is okay too. It's okay to buy what you want, but you should have this is the rule I use. If I buy what I want, I should have in my savings account enough to buy that thing I want 3 times, 2 to 3 times. That means I can afford it. Say that again for the people in the back. If I want something, that means that I should be able to buy that thing 2 to 3 times again. That's consumer debt. That's like, buying the fancy clothes, the fancy purses, the jewelry, things like that. Anything that you see on my person, I can buy 3 to 4 times. I love jewelry, my diamond necklace, the this, the that. I can buy 3 to 4 times. If I can't buy it 3 to 4 times, I don't buy it. I don't purchase it and I don't buy it. I live by this rule. You hear me now? Okay? Now, keep in mind, in your savings account, you should be able to not only buy it 2 to 3 times, it means you can afford it, but this reduces barriers to you being able to save and invest. Now, keep in mind, your long-term financial planning, you can go to any financial institution and they have financial advisors. They have a trust department that can talk to you about land trust, living will, and trust. If you have anything where you want to set up a legacy for yourself, you should be able to set up a legacy for yourself. Okay? That is my financial wellness talk. So if you have any questions, you want me to elaborate onto any of those topics, this is you laying a solid foundation and getting you started for success. Next, let's talk Little Kutt Em. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is your girl, Miss Trey That Jet, and you are watching the Diamond Kutt. Again, this here I'm drinking is Stella Mia Moscato Berry. That thing good, y'all. That thing good, y'all. You hear me? We gonna get our drink on. All right. So let's get into the love 'em or cut 'em. What's going on, Miss Trey, that Jim? I have been watching you for years, and I like the new format. Thank you. You can say my name. My name is Chris. I am a Capricorn. Okay, Cappy. My wife, she is a Gemini, and she overspends money. I'm very good with money. I love money. Most Capricorns that y'all write me, y'all always say y'all love money. That must be true about y'all. Anyway, she overspends and it's getting on my nerve. We're trying to save for a home. I have $30,000 in the bank, and I looked up and found out that I only have $22,000 in the bank now. I asked her, babe, where'd the $8,000 go? She began to cry, saying, I don't know why you're bugging me about money. I didn't steal it. I used it for something I needed. I keep asking her what it was for. So the other day when she was gone, I went into the house and started looking in the closet and found Louis Vuitton shoes. I found a Gucci handbag. I am pissed to the highest of festivity, because how is it that I'm saving money trying to change our future and you're spending the money up? Help. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I wanna separate from her because I'm so frustrated. And she needs to know my money don't grow on trees. It took me 3 years to save this money. The sacrifices, the holes in the clothes, the things like that. And you know one thing about a Capricorn, we love to dress and smell good and look good. So most definitely I'm not going to be in a relationship where I feel like you're saying something is important and it's really some damn shoes and a handbag. Chick, work on yourself. I don't know. What are some tips that I can use that can help my marriage when it comes to budgeting? You can show her this video about budgeting and the importance of budgeting and saving your life in budgeting, okay? One thing I want to say is it's a mindset thing. Materialism sometimes can, and it sounds like you're a man that makes a nice amount of money, but you're trying to save, so you're sacrificing. And I can understand your frustration in that. But I would appeal to her in a way of, listen, we are not going to be going backwards. We're only going forwards. So with that being said, you're not, I say take her off the account. I said it. Take her off the account. Close the account, open another account. She's not good with money. She should not be on the account with you, especially the account that is used for the fund of your down payment for your home. Next, you need to discuss this with her. Hey babe, listen, I'm trying my best to work with you here, but a handbag and some shoes is not an important thing. That's something that is not needed. I should not have to go searching through your closet when I ask you a direct question. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to take you off the account. I don't want to treat you like you're two, but you're not good with money. And I need for us to progress. So you should have a conversation with her. Take her off the accounts because she does not need to be on the account. She's not good with money. It sounds like this is something that's an ongoing thing where you've been talking to her for a while about money. And it sounds like the money she just went in and it disappeared. It's not about balling out of control. You have to be concerned with our present and our future, babe. And our future is us living in a home. So with that being said, I got to take you off the accounts. I hope the $8,000 I'm thinking you're talking about did not set you back. However, you should have her commit if she's working, because I don't know the situation. But if she's working, you should have her commit to putting money into that fund as well, meaning zelling you, whatever the case may be, and putting money back into that fund, because not only did you stole from our future, babe. Present it to her like that. You stole from our future. You took money that you should not have taken to do something stupid with it. To buy some shoes and a purse. Girl, Louis Vuitton and Gucci is already, do you understand me? Louis Vuitton and Gucci are already multi-millionaire. They do not need our money. We need a house. Hello? We need a property. Hello? We need a place to lay our head. Hello? And if you're I don't know where you're at in the world, but paying rent is way more than a mortgage most times. So you cannot set us up to fail. And I will not let you set us up to fail. I don't think you should get rid of your marriage. I think that you guys should try counseling. You know, you presenting it to her, like, let's try counseling. We need to talk to somebody. We need a third party here if she doesn't receive her paying that money back. But you should, if she's working and you're not the primary breadwinner, she should be paying that money back. That money should be paid back. If she got to take that the Louboutins back in that Gucci bag, so be it. If she got to sell it on Poshmark, Fashion File, whatever she got to do, she needs to pay that money back. And you need to put your foot down, and you need to be adamant about her paying that money back. Also, taking her off the accounts is a must. Sometimes in relationships, women are not as good with money as men, and vice versa. You know, you got to have the strongest partner be the one that's dealing with the coin. That's just what it is. And I say as well, everybody in a relationship should have 3 accounts. 3 of them. Your separate account, where you do your allowances and things like that, and then your conjoint account where you're paying the bills from that account, and you are saving in that particular account, okay, for what you're doing now. You're trying to save for a home. Listen, ma'am, I don't know if he gonna show you this, but just hear me out. You got a good man that's then said he's a Capricorn, baby, and he got holes in his stuff, and he willing to wear it out until he buy something new so he can change y'all lives. That is crazy to me. You gotta do better. That is a hell to the no, no. You are absolutely positively wrong. You need to replace that money as soon as possible. You need to get some counseling, because sometimes you can't see where you're going because you too busy focusing on where you've been. And I mean that in the most serious way. Some people want to floss like they got it, look like they got it, keep up with the Joneses like they got it. No, hell to the no. The Joneses, listen, the Joneses sometimes don't even have it. Hello. But he is about to change y'all future, is what it sounds like. And he took, and over 3 years' time, he sacrificed, and he came up with this money. And that's wrong. It still sounds like pay all you guys' living expenses or whatever y'all financial thing is. You're still able to have access to the money because he trusted you. And it sounds like this is an ongoing thing for you. So counseling is a must. Working with this to why you think you need more than what it is you already have. That's so doggone ridiculous. You need to work on that, sweetheart. That is not going to fly. Period. You're not going to get where you need to be doing this. So I say take her tail off that account. Come up with a payment plan to pay you back, to pay y'all back, to pay your future back. Your present, you won't need to keep up with nobody. You don't need no damn Gucci bag and no Louboutin shoes, honey. Hello? You don't. You don't need that to look good. I'm here to tell you, I look good on a budget, baby. I look dang good on a budget, baby. Some of y'all need to stop with the show enough foolishness. Okay? And that's just my word of advice. Take her off the account, get some counseling, and make her pay that money back. Okay? Now, y'all can sound off on this topic, and we can play it in the next show by dialing 708-824-8348. Again, that number is 708-824-8348. Listen, this is been Miss Trey That Gym giving you another episode of the Diamond Kutt. If you have any time, oh, speaking of that, I did see your email, Miss Lady, about femininity in the workplace, and we're gonna talk about that on the next episode, and we're gonna read your love of Kutt Em. But I say to you, sir, Chris, don't cut her, love her. But love her through counseling, make her pay you back, but don't cut her. Love them. Love them. I say love them. Don't give up on your marriage just yet. Because maybe, I don't know you guys' age or whatever like that, but it sounds like it was something that's ongoing, but this is something that can be worked through. You, young lady, can take some financial literacy classes. Also, listen to the video in the beginning, because this here was about financial wellness and getting your financial wellness journey together. If you would like to book Miss Trey That Gym for your financial literacy class or your financial literacy one-on-one, you can go to my website and click book Miss Trey That Gym, fill out the form, and boom, you can book me. Okay, speaking engagements as well, and my fee. Okay, because there is a fee. All right. Also, if you have not picked up your book, Empowering the Diamond Within, or Living the Diamond Life, this is your time to pick your book up. Okay? Listen, it's your girl, Miss Trey That Gym. Loving on you, honey. Have joy, love, and be empowered in the 2023. You be blessed. Mwah. Listen, if you are watching me, I want you to do me the biggest favor ever. I need you to share this with someone you know needs this information. You hear me? You hear me? Or you can listen by going to Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. And you can search That Gym Enterprises, LLC. Again, this your girl, Miss Trey That Gym, and I'm out. Mwah.